Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Judgment. Last episode, we got our next task. Go to Ondrasheva, and speak with the Ondraskevi, who are kinda under the Sky Folk, to try and get their attention. When we got there, Delia showed up. She's here to do the diplomatic thing. Sutter isn't really happy. Either way, let's go in and see what we can do. You step through the gate into the crumbling remains of Ondrashaum. The Ondraskrevi have lived here for centuries, building a huge stone fortress blocking this pass. They must have been a real force in the area before the Skyfolk arrived. Now this land has been a vassal of the Skyfolk for decades, and the life has been drained from the place. Buildings are crumbling, the people are weak, tired, and emaciated. There's a strong feeling of decay in this place. You smell smoke and rot. All of the structures are slowly falling apart except for a long stone hall on the east side of town. Delia shakes her head disapprovingly. There is no point in taking the people of the trouble of having vassals if you're going to neglect them like this. I'm pretty sure their reason for taking vassals is so the Skyfolk don't have to be like this. Yeah, I can't take anything. Mother's Mittens. I mean, it is a bit more protection. I'll take it. Might be useful. Keleth. Okay, I guess we can talk to you. There's an old man sitting in this chair, staring out the window. He is wrapped in several layers of blankets, but still shivers. You watch him for a bit. When he doesn't respond, you turn away. When you do, he says,
You are the intruder, the savior. I am Keleth, once a tale-teller.
You were a tale-teller.
I was. I kept the history, remembering our people, the story of Andras. Before that, going back to when valleys were shallow. Then the Skyfolk forbade my work. My spirit broke.
Why did your spirit break?
It was meant to. The Skyfolk will make us forget our tales, forget Andras. All that makes us a people will be washed away. I have no more purpose. I want to die.
Why did the Skyfolk forbid your work?
Because only the Skyfolk matter. All others are fuel to be consumed.
What if someone were to drive off the Skyfolk and protect you? He looks up at you with clouded eyes.
Someone? You mean like Haven, Prince?
Perhaps.
Then I will rise from this chair and select a new tale-teller. Much of our past has been lost. Some can still be saved. I do not think it will happen.
Keleth, the one-time tale-teller, keeps quietly staring out the window. What do you remember from your youth?
I am old, yes. Older than the peaks. I remember so much.
Do you remember what it was like before the Skyfolk came?
No. As old as I am, the Skyfolk came sooner. They have never known a day free of fear of what they do. At least we had the stories. Then those were lost.
Were the Skyfolk better or worse in the past?
Better before, worse now. Once they at least gave us our stories. We are allowed to be a people. Now
What will happen if the Skyfolk are ever gone?
I will not live to see it. I hope it is better. I hope there are still tales.
Yeesh. So the Skyfolk really are just take everything for these sacrifices to whoever it is they're sacrificing to. I will also say it's very clear that the Skyfolk are meant to be like Inca, Maya, Aztec kind of society. This grim corner of town is the source of the pervasive rot smell. Those who offend the Skyfolk are brought and thrown into these cells. Sometimes they survive their imprisonment. The ones who don't are left to rot. Their bones litter the land, a constant humiliation to the Ondraskevi. Okay. Interesting that we can't go up there. The Chief's Hall. You're outside the main hall of Ondrashaum. The people here have tried to keep it clean and well-maintained, using their few remaining scraps of energy and pride. This is where we will make initial contact with the Ondraskevi. I know they seem weak and defeated, but don't be fooled. Once we start to break them free of the Skyfolk, I think they will want revenge. A pure bloodlust that can be used to both our advantages. Goods Hall, Skyfolk Temple, Chief's Hall. Taskmaster Bola. This aging woman is clearly better dressed and better fed than all the other villagers. She walks around looking at the buildings and the people, clearly thinking she should be saying something. All of the Ondraskevi avoid her and she stays silent. When she sees you, however, she approaches, eager for conversation. Welcome, Havenite. I heard about your battle at the gate. I have even seen Darmali from a distance. I am Taskmaster Bola. What is your job here? I am the Taskmaster. The Skyfolk give orders, supplies they want, work that needs doing, conscripts that must be selected. They chose me to make these things happen. You are Ondraskevi. Of course. The Skyfolk always pick locals to enforce their orders. I know everyone, what they are good at, where they hide. I make sure the work gets done. You help the Skyfolk rule the people here. Of course. It is hard to help them, hard to be hated. Still, it is virtuous work. How is that virtuous? If we do not give the Skyfolk what they want, they will take more of us to their temple, never to return. It is harsh, but I save many lives here. Perhaps your chief wants the Ondraskevi to join with Haven. I doubt she will. If she does, all of us will disappear into the temple of the Skyfolk. What sort of things do you make the Ondraskevi do? The Skyfolk request goods, and they request labor. Happily, we do not have to select those who go to temple what or call. I make sure they produce the goods and do the work. They never want to, but I know all their tricks. How much do the Skyfolk take? Bola shakes her head. So much. They keep making my job more and more difficult. It would be so much easier if they left us more food. Still, the Skyfolk rule us. They give the orders. How do you know all of the Ondraskevi's tricks? I know everyone here. Many of them I grew up with. Knew since I was a little child. I know who is skilled and who is dense, who will do the work and who will shirk. It is hard, but I do good work. I keep the Skyfolk from taking lives to make up for failures, and I don't take advantages in the way some taskmasters do. What do your fellow Ondraskevi think of you? Oh, they hate me. I keep trying to make them understand, but they refuse. Sometimes I fear that they are as dense as the Skyfolk claim. You say you don't take many advantages. Of course. I demand work. If I get the work, there is no retribution. Other taskmasters play favorites, make demands that are unsavory, even truly unpleasant. I don't do that. Nobody ever appreciates that. Will you help the Skyfolk now that I am here? I don't know. If you prevail, I will be killed. If you fail, the Skyfolk will claim many offerings for the temple. You have put me in a bad situation, Prince. I choose to wait and see. And here, a traitor. Can't really take those spices, I don't think. You meet a young woman of the Ondraskevi. She is short and stout with broad shoulders, good for helping to move the sacks of supplies in the buildings. Some of them are local goods. Some have strange markings and look like they have been in transit for some time. Your presence makes her nervous, but dealing with travelers from other lands is her job. Welcome. You are of Haven, I am told? I am Trader Snide. I do not know your purpose. I will speak with you according to my role as given by the Skyfolk. What is this hall for? It is mostly here for tribute. The Skyfolk issue demands. These are sent to all the peoples beyond here. They must give the desired goods. The goods are kept here for the Skyfolk to come and claim them. The peoples beyond. The Ondraskevi are not the only people in these valleys. By us are the people of the deer, the soft stalkers. There are more peoples beyond even them.
Their tributes pass through here, and I guard them.
What sort of things do the Skyfolk demand?
Look around. Food, metal, wood, all the wealth of our lands.
What do the Skyfolk give in return for your tribute?
We are allowed to live. They leave us enough to keep us alive, but weak, servile.
Trader Snide stands quietly and waits for you to speak. You note that she looks at your gear with open envy. We killed some Skyfolk warriors outside.
I have heard. It was hard news. The watercaller will punish us severely for what you did.
I'm interested in shopping.
I call myself a trader, but I can't trade with you. Not with these goods, not without permission. However, I think I would be allowed to exchange some excess for one of your weapons, or a piece of armor.
The royal equipment is not for sale.
A pity. Not even the Skyfolk can match its quality.
She suddenly covers her mouth with her hand.
Don't say I say it so.
Why can't you trade with me?
I am not supposed to trade with outsiders without approval. The law of the Skyfolk, though outsiders are rare. If Chief Eklia gave you her full approval, we could trade.
How might I get Eklia's approval?
Speak with her. Then please do not draw the anger of the Skyfolk toward me.
I just want to see. There we go. Ah, damn. Someone's here. Oh well, at least I got some money. There we go.
Skyfolk Temple.
We'll go there after... I do kind of want to see. I have a feeling we probably shouldn't, but I want to see. There is one nice, properly maintained building in Ondrashaum, made of stone and surrounded by plants and art. It's beautiful to the eye, but something is wrong. Delia recognizes it at the same time you do. There is powerful magic inside. The place radiates an aura of power, of domination. Your training easily protects you from its effects, but the townsfolk have been worn down by decades of its effect. This is the power of the Skyfolk. Delia sighs.
Haven is far above such crude, cruel methods, but it's hard not to admire their efficiency.
You know what? We'll speak with their leader first.
Chief Eklia.
I'm going to take a look at these things first. Iron short blades, some bows. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Personal quarters. Delia, I'd prefer if you didn't stand there watching me for a minute. Thank you. I'm not going to take the regular energy potion. Now then, Chief Eklia. A lone woman is sitting in this council hall. She has sent all of her warriors away in the vain hope that whatever punishment for her meeting you falls on her alone. She is in middle age. Life has worn her down and left her with an exhausted slouch. Still, when she sees that she is in the presence of true royalty, she rallies a bit. A little bit of pride still glimmers in her eyes. She motions for you to sit. Delia takes one of the stools, you take another.
I am Chief Eklia, one of the honored leaders of the Ondrashaum. I welcome you to Ondrashaum, though I fear the doom you have brought with you.
I greet you as a prince of Haven. No sooner have the words left your mouth than Delia rests her hand on your arm.
Please, let me.
Eklia's eyebrows raise. What is it, Delia? Princess Delia rises. Then she looks down at you.
Haven's ways have been slowly perfected for centuries, Rupert. Don't change them unless you have a very good reason.
She turns back to Chief Eklia.
I am Princess Delia of Haven. I greet you in the name of my land and my monarch, Queen Sharon III. We wish to peacefully speak with you so that we can learn about each other and come to an arrangement that benefits us both.
Chief Eklia listens with great attentiveness. Delia sits. There's a long, awkward silence. Eclia grows more nervous as time passes. You and Delia look at each other, then back at the Ondrastrevi chieftain. Still no response. Finally, she says, "We can't accept." She becomes silent again. Delia takes the lead. Chief Eclia looks more and more grim. Perhaps she hopes you will just disappear and the last few hours will have never happened. That she doesn't have a pile of dead Skyfolk warriors outside her west gate. You can't accept. I accept none of it. I have heard of Haven. You are mighty, but you are far away. You can't save us from the vengeance of the Skyfolk. What has happened will make them very angry. I don't think you can turn aside their wrath. You do not have our trust. Delia, do you have something to say? Delia watched Chief Eclia carefully, but she says nothing. The fingers of her left hand give a little twitch. One of your family's little diplomatic signals. You are to keep talking. Why can't you trust? The Skyfolk are weaker than you, but they are still strong, and they are right here. We know the Darmali. We know you abandoned them. You will abandon us, too. Delia carefully takes all this in. Haven is here to assist you. I wish I could trust that is true. I wish we could be freed from the cruelty of the Skyfolk. We are all taught from a young age to never feel hope. We are not friends of the Skyfolk. You have made that very clear, but you have only killed a handful of them. Here and Slick Stones, that was nothing. Can we offer something to win your trust? Now Chief Eclia really thinks, trying to find a way out of the impossible bind she has found herself in. A child walks through the room bringing tea. Maybe a tiny bit of trust can be earned. What can we offer to win your trust? She looks up at you. The Skyfolk have a temple in our city. From there they rule and make their selections. Most of the workers fled when their scouts saw you were coming. Watercaller never left. Drive out that monster. None of us can think freely while Watercaller is here. Delia nods with satisfaction. Progress. Who is Watercaller? The mighty priest of Temple Watercall, sent here to watch us, make judgment, select sacrifices. Terror comes out of him. I wish I could live just one day without his eyes on us. Where is Watercaller? In his small temple, the other end of town near the east gate. We all must pass that place, most of us many times a day. Is Watercaller dangerous? He can will us dead with a thought. Does Haven have mighty magic? You will need it. Delia makes no boasts about this. She recognizes a simple demonstration would be more effective. I understand your request. Chief Eclia sets aside her mug. Show you can help us. Show the Skyfolk can't make you afraid. Then we will see. Let's see. I want to know more about the Ondrastrevi. The word means the children of Ondras. We are masters of several valleys. Our lives were proud and free. We were strong. Then the Skyfolk came and ended all of that. Who was Ondras? A great warrior and a cunning leader. One who took his clan into the mountains to find, fight for, and claim a new land for us. When we settled in these rich valleys, we called ourselves the Ondrastrevi, the children of Ondras. Reminds you of Grasa Suharum. Maybe perhaps a warning of wars to be fought well after you have left. How far do your lands extend? We claim and hold 3 major valleys and a dozen minor tributaries. There are 2 other nations below, with others below them. All pay tribute to the Skyfolk. Only the 3 closest give sacrifices. What do you think those other nations will do when Haven contacts them? They are like us. They hate the Skyfolk with the deepest parts of their spirits. I can't predict them, though. They are foolish and simple. Not like the Ondrastrevi. How are the Ondrastrevi doing now? History is flowing like a vast mountain river. We are caught in it, thrown over rapids. We prepare our spirits for death, prepare our bodies in case we must fight. Tell us about the Skyfolk. Our great curse, disease, plague.
Their warriors found us. They waged war and destroyed our world.
Where did the Skyfolk come from?
They are from the high valleys. These mountains go up and up and until the sky. It is hard to travel through them. We were content with our valleys and did not explore higher up, afraid of what we might find. We did not want to be too close to gods. There were not gods above. There were Skyfolk so much more cruel. Their scouts found us, and their army followed.
When did the Skyfolk come?
About a century ago. Once they knew we were here, they attacked with such speed. We didn't prepare fast enough.
How did your war against them go?
We were stunned and defeated, conquered. From the first meeting to our total subjugation was but 3 years. They had siege machines to pierce our walls. They had masters of magic. They had many lives to throw away, taken from their other vassals. We were carried away as if by rapids.
How have the Skyfolk treated you?
They demand most of the food and goods we produce. Sometimes they take our young men to wage a war. Most never return. They issue a levy of 100 lives per year for their temple. That was my husband's fate. We hate them. We might as well hate the sun or the stones for all the good it does.
Your husband was taken.
They give us one mercy. In recent years, Watercaller decided who was sacrificed. In some lands, the vassals are forced to choose who among them are taken. Watercaller chose my husband one year. I don't know why. Most who are taken are turned out, spirits drained. Since my husband was a full chieftain, his skull was kept as a trophy of honor. At least his body was destroyed quickly.
What do you want from Haven?
It is too late to be rid of you, too late to cleanse our corruption and treachery in the eyes of the Skyfolk. Now we only want a clean death. To die fighting the Skyfolk, for vengeance and to be free. We have much to offer each other.
What do you have to offer us?
We can fight. We know these mountains. We know some of Skyfolk lands. We can help you move around, and we will do battle fearlessly.
What do you think will happen after the Skyfolk are driven off?
She opens her mouth, thinks better, and closes it again. I don't know. If such a miracle happens, we will make decisions then.
And if you are freed, do you think Haven helps anyone for free?
You think I am a fool, Prince of Haven. We know we are giving ourselves up to a new dominion, but if our children are not dragged off to be destroyed in that temple, we will take that victory.
You can at least promise that.
Okay, then. Down this way, I suppose we must go into the temple.
Let me drop down a save. Alright, in we go. The temple is as beautiful inside as out, though the aura of fear and domination is even stronger in here. The floor is beautiful workmanship. There are chairs, art, a cleansing pool. Yet there is powerful magic here. Dark forces hang in the air, a taste of the power of the Skyfolk. Oh boy. Yep, that's sacrifices, and that is the main man, Watercaller. There is an old man waiting in this grim hall. The aura of fear and defeat that pervades Ondrashaum is centered here. He stands behind an altar placed on a rusty metal grate. You can't immediately identify the odor, but it makes you ill. Delia looks genuinely disturbed. The man points at you across the altar. He says in a low hiss, "Violator, murderer, I am Watercaller. I speak to gods, and they curse you and all around you for your intrusion into this sacred place." Watercaller is your name. The question confuses him for a moment. "Of course. I had another name once, a meaningless, forgotten name. My god grabbed my name and pulled it down into watery depths forever." Wait for Delia. Princess Delia steps forward. Her voice wavers slightly at first, but gains strength quickly. "I greet you in the name of my land and my monarch, Queen Sharon III. We wish to peacefully speak with you so that we—" She is then interrupted. Watercaller directs at her a string of obscene and particularly vile insults. "This is a princess of Haven you are talking to." Watercolor dismisses you with a wave of his hand. Her spirit will have no more or less value when we use it, but we might keep her skull. Delia, anything else to say? Watercolor, there is nothing to be gained by not talking to us. Haven has interest in these valleys, and... Again, he interrupts her with a sharp slur. I do not answer to you. You are nothing to me. Who do you answer to, then? I answer to the god of this river, the one who chose me, the one I feed, a true god who will wash away Haven in but a moment. If only I had a coin for every time some deluded vassal thought they could scare us like that. I am my purpose. I find gifts for the river. There is a river god. Every river has a god. Every peak, every valley. The skyfolk feed our gods. We make them mighty, and they give us dominion. What about pebbles? Does each one of them get a little god too? Watercolor does not deign to respond. So you are the high priest here. Only the Blessed One has a title. The rest of us are merely tools. I have orders. I joyfully carry them out. What sort of gifts do you give? I select those honored to be the gifts. They go to Temple Watercall. There the gift is taken from them and sent into the river to keep it healthy and our gods strong. What gift do you take? You still do not see. We take from each giver all that is not living, all that is not flesh. This is directed into the river and the refuse is cast aside. You must know this so that you understand what is going to happen. And what exactly is going to happen? You carry disease, impurity. Your mere presence has covered Ondrashaum with impurity. It must be removed. You are amazed by how calm and matter-of-fact Watercolor is. You are not sure if he has ever had a doubt. Delia is still. She is growing rapidly angrier. How can this impurity be removed? A mighty cleansing sacrifice. All who live here will go to the temple to give their most precious gift to the river. Perhaps we can convince you to spare the people here? They are soaked in your filth, your impurity. There is hope, though. The east gate of the city has been sealed. The impurity has not reached the other side of it. If all of the disease on this side of the gate is purged, perhaps the Blessed One will declare the sickness has been cut out. And what will you do now, Watercolor? I will keep the impurity from spreading. I must begin. Begin what? The cleansing. I don't think your spirits can feed the river. A shame, but you spread impurity. I must stop you right now. Then your people, the Dharmali. We will claim them next. You will sacrifice the Dharmali, too. Every one of them will feed the god. This was decided months ago. You have delayed our action, but the river must rise eventually. Fine. You wanted a fight? You get it. Watercolor raises his hands. The feeling of terror increases in intensity. Outside, you can hear the villagers screaming and collapsing. It is powerful magic. Watercolor is not happy to see that it can't pierce your training and protection. He issues a word of command. Your hair stands on end, and you hear hissing. Delia, you take the serpent. I will take Watercolor. Well, I'll try. I just need to actually get close enough for it. There, he's stunned. Perfect. And I'm far enough away from the flaming spear. Big hit with bleeding. You do a lot of damage. I do not like that at all. There we go. I'll be there in a minute. I could do with a little healing for myself. I think I can use the restoration. That did barely anything. Watercolor collapses to the ground. Even if the Skyfolk were capable of peaceful negotiation, the death of one of their priests is likely to infuriate them. Delia looks down at the body with a cold expression. She was doubtless aware that this would happen and what the consequences would be. Let's tell Chief Eclea what happened. As you turn to go, the feeling of Ondrashaum suddenly changes. This private shrine is still ominous and gruesome, but the magical aura of submission it radiated is slowly fading. The mood of the Ondrashaum will soon start to change. Alright, snakes down. Flaming sphere, finish it off. Come on, there we go. Reaping Charm. Oozing strikes and bloodletting. That's actually really good. I think I'll take that. And I do kind of want that speed boost. I'll take that instead. I don't really care about the goo flash. But yeah, Reaping Charm. Oozing strikes and bloodletting. That'll actually help out a lot. Alright, let's report in. Watercolor is dead. Tell me the tale. Delia and you tell her the tale, leaving nothing out. This includes the punishment that Watercolor proclaimed upon her people. She starts to tremble. She fights a long, painful campaign to fully regain control of herself. She chokes out the words, "You have brought doom to us." What is done is done. Ignore that. My husband would have said the same thing. You have rid us of a monster who fed on us for so long, and I mule like a child. The Skyfolk always brought doom, one way or another. Now, suddenly, she sits up straight. The Skyfolk have been driven from Ondrashaum. I did not think it possible. Now that the Skyfolk here are gone, what will happen? Chief Eklia still sits upright. She pierces you with a fierce gaze. You have shown that you can fight the Skyfolk when they are alone, unsupported, ambushed. I might still save some of my people. If I am to give you our aid, I must have a stronger gesture of help. What do you want from us now? To the north is Temple Watercall. It is where the sacrifices were taken. One of those sacrifices was my husband. He was chosen and left without complaint. The Skyfolk keep the skulls of the more powerful victims they consume. 2 of my husband's teeth were set with gold. That will help you identify his skull. That skull is my price for the help of my people. What is Temple Watercall? A huge stone building sticking out of the river. Building it was the first thing the Skyfolk did when they took over our lands a century ago. When one of us enters that place, they never leave. Where is Temple Watercall? To the north. We locked the gate to keep out the Skyfolk. No Skyfolk are coming yet, so I will have it unlocked for you. How can I find your husband's skull? I have never been inside. Watercaller told me his skull was in a place of honor. He gave no more details, no matter how I pleaded. Yes, I pleaded. This is a chance for Haven to show how resourceful it is. Delia, what do you think about this? I agree with Sutter about our goals. We will need to help to achieve them. It is Sutter's way. I will help, Chief Eklia. I would strongly prefer it if you came with me. We will go to Temple Watercall and do as you ask. Chief Eklia nods. She actually believes you can do it. We owe our help to these people. Find me a Temple Watercall. Time is short. I will. So, Taskmaster Bola. Nope, nothing to say. But maybe you. Ah, full approval. Okay. Regardless, I think we should go back and speak with Sutter. And, well, heal up a bit as well. At least in my opinion. And that's the way out to the north. But we won't go out to the north yet. We'll go back. And we'll do that in the next episode, because this one's gone on long enough. So, next episode, we head north to the temple. After we report into Sutter. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Prince Rupert. This has been a Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Judgment. And I shall see you all next time.